Welcome to this short video on how to loosen up your back. If you're like most people, you probably have an office job where you're sitting all day and you're not getting the movement you need. And so this energy is just getting stuck in your spine and in all your muscles back here. And so these exercises are going to help loosen that up and get the energy flowing again and hopefully relieve some of that back pain that you're experiencing. So start with your feet facing forward, shoulder width apart, and there's a slight bend in your knees, just enough so that they're not locked. If you want to go further, you can, but it's not necessarily, but you will strengthen your legs the further you bend. So begin turning at your waist and your hips and knock on the kidney area behind your back. This is called knocking on the door of life. In Chinese medicine, the kidney area, or the kidneys themselves, are called the batteries of life. So when you're knocking on this area back here, you are stimulating your kidneys, which is equivalent, in fact better, than having a cup of coffee in the morning. Because with this, you don't get a caffeine crash midday. And then anytime you just need a little pick-me-up, it's good to just get up and knock on these points. In fact, I've never been a morning person ever my entire life, and I'm 42. And as soon as I started doing this first thing in the morning, I can get up at 4:30 or 5 to start my day, and it's easy. I don't hit snooze. I just jump up because I'm eager to get the energy flowing, and it feels so good to me. Really turn. Challenge yourself, but don't hurt yourself. See if you can get your head to look over that shoulder. But if you feel a little bit dizzy, it's okay. You don't have to do that. Sometimes when people first start off, it feels a little dizzying and throws them off balance to look over the shoulder too. All right, go ahead and just slow it down. Slow it down. And just stand there and see how your body feels. Do you feel any tingling or warmth or buzzing in your back or fingers? If you do, that's the Qi getting activated. It's starting to move out of those muscles, and called meridians are the energy pathways. They're starting to unblock those pathways and get moving through the body again. All right, the next exercise we're going to do is called spinal cord breathing. So you're going to put your hands up here by your head, lean back, and breathe in. And when you breathe out, you kind of round the back and come down as far as you can. And back in. Breathe in. And tuck the tailbone under and round the back. It's important that when you're coming back like this, you have a little bit of a duck tail, but don't force the arch in your back. And when you come down, you're not bending your knees and you're not hinging at your waist. It's all movement in the spine. So come back and then tuck tail, come down. Breathe in and breathe. I love to do this one in the morning because I always get a nice ripple of pops going up and down my spine, and it feels so good. Some people don't like that popping sensation, but I absolutely love it. If you can't go very far down, that's okay. The more you do it, the more your spine will be able to bend. When I first started, I was not very flexible at all and could barely twist my spine in any of the directions that we're doing. But as you loosen it up, you'll get more flexibility. And it will help with the posture and all sorts of things that we as Americans don't prioritize. Let's do one more after this. Breathe in deep Really stretch back. And come forward and breathe out. Feel the stretch in your back. That feels so good. All right, hands down, just relax. This next one is called dog wagging a tail, and it's kind of a fun one. So you're gonna kind of move your shoulders like this, get it started, and feel any tightness. If you feel any blocked energy in your spine, then kind of lean into it a little bit, but don't hurt yourself. And then kind of shift the weight a little bit. You can go faster, you can go slower, and really feel into that. Just listen to your body and what you need. But for some reason, this one always makes me laugh. A dog wagging its tail. You can bend up by the rib cage. You can kind of come down a little bit on the sides. Just get the spine moving, and it's okay if it feels a little awkward at first. We're not used to bending our spines this way. Go a little faster. All right, and relax. How's that feel? Okay, the next move that we're going to do is we're going to do hip twirls. So you're going to put your hands on your waist. In fact, you're going to put your thumbs along the sides of your spine in those muscles right there. And we're going to just kind of move our hips in circles like this. And when you come this way, you're going to move your hands to a different spot. And when you come forward, you're going to press in with your thumbs. Move to a different spot. There's all kinds of acupressure points along the spine that you're activating and clearing out when you do this. And if the thumbs don't feel very good, you can use fists. That's okay. Sometimes, depending on the day and how stiff my body is, sometimes I don't even like to push in at all. I just like to feel the stretch of the muscle, especially when I bend down like that. It feels really good. So just kind of listen to your body and what you need. Come down by the tailbone, press in. Alright, let's go the other direction. And really stretch and see how far out you can push your hips. And if you can't, it's okay. You can't do it very far. It's not a competition, it's just you on your journey figuring out how far you can go and how to begin to loosen your own muscles. Being able to go further does not make you better. It's just more practice that makes somebody be able to go further. You still get the same effect if you can't go very far. Okay, go ahead and shake out your hands a little bit, shake out your legs. Now this next move is going to be building upon what we just did. It's called teacups. So you're going to have your hand, one hand on your waist and your other hand in front of you as if you're holding a teacup. And so this hand is going to follow the movements of the hip. So come to the side, back, other side, and as you come forward, the hand comes up across the forehead and back around. it's okay if the hands are a little bit behind the movement of the waist. Just go slow and really get into it. Really go into, like, lean into the muscles. And try to keep your hand facing up at all times as if you're holding a teacup. This is good for not only the muscles and the hips of the, or the joints of the hips, but also for the shoulder joints and the wrist and elbow joints. And energy can get, let's try the other side. Energy can get stuck in our joints. Sort of like a pond that just keeps stagnant water. So doing movements like this help to keep the water flowing. And when you keep the water flowing, you're less likely to get inflammation or arthritis. All right, one more time. And release. Come down, shake out your arms, shake out your legs. And how do you feel? I'm sure you feel much looser, and I hope that you can take that feeling with you to the rest of your day and use this as often as you need to.